Double your harvest spring planting for fall crops. What if I told you the best time to plant your fall garden is actually in the spring? It might sound like gardening heresy, but trust me on this one. We're about to unlock a secret that'll have you harvesting fresh, delicious veggies nearly year-round. Imagine pulling up vibrant carrots in spring, then again in autumn from the very same patch. Look at the vitality of these beauties. This could be your garden, overflowing with goodness even when the days grow shorter. Let's grow your future one seed at a time. Please like, share, and subscribe for more. Now, you might be thinking, Monty, those are autumn vegetables. What are you on about? And you'd be right in a way. You see, what we call fall crops, things like kale, cabbage, collards, Brussels sprouts, and even carrots, are actually cool season champions. They love a bit of chill in the air and the soil. That's where spring comes in. It offers this beautiful, cool window, a sweet spot before the real heat of summer kicks in. Think about it. Many of these vegetables take a good 80 to 100 days to mature. Starting them in spring gives them ample time to size up before the summer sun gets too intense. By the time the true fall rolls around, your spring-planted crops might even be ready for a second win. I always recommend starting these cool season crops in modules or cell trays. Once they're strong enough, you can transplant them out into the garden with confidence. Right then, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of planting your spring-fall garden. First things first, choose your crops wisely. Kale, collards, broccoli, cabbage, those are all excellent choices. Carrots, beets, and chard will also thrive. Now, you might be tempted by things like cauliflower or heading broccoli, but those prefer longer daylight hours to form their heads properly. Stick to harvesting them young in spring, or save them for a proper autumn sowing. Next up, location, location, location. Remember, these crops love a bit of coolness. If you can, give them a spot that gets a touch of shade, especially during the hottest part of the day. This will help prevent them from bolting or going to seed too quickly. If your garden is in full sun, don't worry. A bit of shade cloth or even some floating row covers can work wonders. These cool season crops are quite partial to loose, rich, and moisture-retentive soil. Now's the time to be generous with that lovely compost and a good layer of organic mulch. Keep a watchful eye on watering, especially as the weather warms up. Water deeply in the morning to give the plants a chance to absorb the moisture before the heat of the day sets in. Spring often brings a flurry of hungry insects eager for fresh growth. Using floating row covers early on can be a real lifesaver. Working with nature's rhythms. You see, when you plant your fall crops in spring, you're not just getting a jump on the season. You're tapping into the natural rhythms of the garden. You're working nature, not against it. Think of it like this. These cool season crops have evolved to thrive in the shoulder season, spring and fall. By planting them in spring, we're simply giving them a longer runway to do their thing. Even if they do start to slow down in the heat of summer, they'll often bounce back with renewed vigor once the cooler days of autumn arrive. It's like getting 2 harvests for the price of 1. It's about understanding the needs of your plants, respecting the cycles of nature, and creating a garden that's truly in tune with its surroundings. It's about resilience, sustainability, and a deep connection to the earth. Grow smarter, not harder. So there you have it, my friends. The secret to a bountiful fall harvest is hiding right there in the spring sunshine. It's time to ditch the conventional gardening calendar and embrace a more intuitive, nature-led approach. Share it with someone who thinks gardening is just for summer. Let's spread the joy of year-round harvests. Now get out there, get your hands dirty, and start planting. I'll see you in the garden. Happy spring planting. There's a deep satisfaction, wouldn't you agree, in working with the natural ebb and flow of the seasons? Giving your fall crops a head start in spring is just one example of how we can garden more in tune with nature. So, get out there and give it a try. I have a feeling you'll be amazed by the results. Happy gardening, everyone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's grow this gardening community together.